tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Just give me a little bit. Oops, wrong person. I'm having to do this totally different. I'm thinking I may just go live on YouTube, and that's going to be about it. You know, I want to be able to get to people, but I want to get to my people, to our people, So I think that's enough sharing. Let's put it in here too. Even though it says it's not, it's funny because my group says that I can't post in it, but it's not true. It's letting me post. So I'm just, I'm being an alcoholic and pushing my limits. So I don't know how this is going to work. I've not done it this way before. So this is new. Fine with me. Fine with me. There's less shit here. So that's even better. So, sometimes I think God does certain things. Do I have I kind of want to check my microphone here. I don't know if it's working. Let me just make sure here. If you're here, wait a minute. Yes, it's made for kids. No, this is not made for kids. Okay. No. Okay. I don't need to worry about any of that. But I do need to know. If my sound is working, because I don't know that it is. Well, if the camera's working though, because it's the same thing. All right. So welcome. I don't have any of the fancy stuff. That's all right. And you know what? It's all right. Oh, look at this. It's got a little share button down here. I don't even need to do that. I don't have to go through all of that. Yeah, you know what? This is where all my videos end up anyway. I've got, I think, close to 3,000 now. So we're getting pretty close to that 3-minute mark, which is usually when I start. So seeing how this works. I'm going to send it to one more person. See, I need a list of people. Well, make it nice is if I could have a group chat where I just put in that I'm live and nobody, that way people just know, and we can, I don't know. Thinking out loud. Also, if you are in my Trudging Together group, I would recommend that you say something, because if you do not, I'm going to remove you from it. That's just some things that I'm doing. Sometimes I have to trim the fat. I'm going to blow my nose, and I don't think you want to hear it, so I'm going to go in the other room. All right. So I spent most of the day putting together a song list, which has been interesting. I also want to give a shout out to somebody in the UK. I'm not going to mention your name, but you did say something in the Trudging Together group, and I wanted to say thank you for that. I didn't even know that people in the, I know my podcast gets listened to in the UK. I have a following in Germany, things like that. I think maybe God's just trying to tell me something here. I don't know. So, but today we're talking about being terminally unique. Terminally unique. And, yeah, fuck you, Restream. It's a lot more clear. And not once have I gotten your whatever is whatever. right? Okay. So I think I'm going to go back to the old-fashioned way. I think I'm going to get rid of Restream and just use Zoom. Zoom has a lot of features now. So you're probably wondering what this whole terminal uniqueness thing is about. If you have other suggestions on how I can do this, let me know. If anything, I'd just love to do it from my webpage, and you can just go to my webpage and we can decide who's a part of what. You know, um, I like to be all inclusive, but I'm going to have to start being exclusive. Just for me, I'm going to have to do that for me, right? And these are boundaries. These are things that we need to understand. So, what is being terminally unique? Well, it tends to make us, I hate being sick. It just hit me again. Ugh. 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 I wish somebody would join this so I know if it's working. All right. It's working. It means that, it means, sorry. It means that we tend to think that there is nobody else in this world like us. Um, this can also have a lot of pride in it. A lot of pride. And you don't need to, there are times when, and I don't need to have alcohol in me to act terminally unique. Oh, I know I'm sick. Look at my eye. Look at my eye. It's like all the way over. Means I'm tired. When I was younger, I'd be able to do that and it straightened out. So, but as I'm getting older, my eyes going over more and more make me look just a little bit crazier. Right. But yeah, even when I went back out after being a drug and alcohol counselor and everything else, I thought I was terminally unique. I thought I was just different than everybody else. It's what I wanted, man. At my heart of hearts, I didn't want to be a fucking alcoholic. I was already all these other things, and this was the sharpest cut. Being called an alcoholic at the age of 14. They weren't wrong. They weren't wrong. Um, but I certainly wanted to prove them wrong. I'm finding that it's okay to be you. And if you can be you, it'll take some time, but you'll find that you'll attract the people that are like you. I'm a little bit weird, man. I'm an odd duck. I'm a weirdo. Okay. I'm one of those people where Nutshell was written about me. I got somebody here. Can you hear me? Just let me know that you can hear me. I just don't know if my audio is working. I'm glad someone's here. I'm just trying YouTube because that's, okay, they left. Maybe they just could only hop on for a second. Or who knows? I don't know if those actually work or not. So, um, even a thumbs up would have been nice. But maybe they couldn't hear me. So they didn't say anything. I know I want different, though. And maybe that's part of what we're doing, but finding your people, man. There's a word and you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. If you're like me and you understand the actual word, I'm going to look it up first. It better be in here. It is not. This, you're fucking kidding me. Sacrifice. Sacrifice isn't in here. That's weird. All right, let's go to the phone because I'm not doing Instagram anymore. I'm probably going to shut down most of my stuff. So, sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice my
Here's the
stuff.
definition of sacrifice. An act of slaughtering an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to God or to a divine or supernatural figure.
So it's kind of weird because even here I'm noticing that people are coming in and leaving. Oops, I didn't send it to her. All right. The one person that really listens to me on YouTube, and I forgot to send it to them. So, all right. Let's see. I don't like those. What is the true meaning of sacrifice? To give up something that is valuable to you in order to help another person. There we go. Nice and simple. Because that's what we need. I don't know about you, but when I'm sick, I tend to take things overboard. So simplicity is awesome. Simplicity is awesome. I have access to that feature. What are you talking about? Why not? Why shouldn't I have access to that feature? I have a premium plan. Okay. They always want more. Like I went live and X is like, hey, why don't you try going live here? We'll let you for $7 a month. Silly Republicans. Silly Democrats. Silly everybody. The unity of Alcoholics Anonymous is the most cherished quality our society has. If we don't stick together, we're all dead. God wants unity. That's what he wants. At least that's what I've been told. You know, God wants unity. My God does. Peace, harmony. Certainly. These are things that can bring hope to luster tired people, man. Why do people keep popping on and leaving? Is my sound not working? Tell me why you're leaving. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. All right. Because that's probably going to be the usual. Because I got 400 something, which surprises the hell out of me. I paid for a couple hundred, but they're actual users. They're actual users. So, all right. Our lives, the lives of all to come, depend squarely upon it. We stay whole, or AA dies. Without unity, the heart of AA would cease to beat. Our world arteries would no longer carry the life-giving grace of God. His gift to us would be spent aimlessly. Back again in their caves, alcoholics would reproach us and say, what a great thing AA might have been. There's a chance that could still happen. This newfangled way of getting sober is really taking over the country, man. You know, since nobody's going to help me with my sound, I guess I'm going to figure it out myself. It's actually pretty easy to do. So I'm going to mute you. That doesn't work because, because I'm live. So I don't know. There's no lag. There's no lag, so I don't know. If you can hear me, somebody please say something. If you're just jumping on, we're in the 12 by 12. I'm talking on Tradition 1. And right now we're just in the very beginning of it. Does this mean some will anxiously ask that in AA the individual doesn't count for much? Is he to be dominated by his group and swallowed up? In the beginning, he might. He might. See, it's going to be a while before you figure out your identity. It's going to be a minute. So place yourself in the middle of the herd for a little bit. It's all right. It's not going to be very long. Okay, we all do it. We get in the middle of the herd so that we're protected. We need that for a little bit. We certainly answer this question with a loud no. We believe there isn't a fellowship on earth which lavishes more devoted care upon its individual members. Surely there is none which more jealously guards the individual's right to think, talk, and act as he wishes. No AA can compel another to do anything. Nobody can be punished or expelled. Our 12 steps to recovery are suggestions. The 12 traditions which guarantee AA's unity contain a single don't. They repeatedly say we ought, but never you must. Yeah, there's not anything you must do. It's kind of between you and God. It is between you and your higher power. And this is where I have no say-so. I have a say-so. I might be able to give you my experience, maybe even an opinion. Don't ask my advice. I don't like giving advice. Okay. I want you to make your own decisions based on the information given to you by the right people. If you don't have the right information, yeah. Sorry. Somebody just popped into my mind, and I had put out a post earlier. There's some people that are in Colorado that are going to be in trouble here very soon. And I know how these people work. And what they're going to do is they're going to look for a patsy. They're going to look for a fall person. And I know who these people are. I think I already know who they're going to pick out. Because these people are easily manipulated, and they're young women. They're always young women. To many minds, all this liberty for individuals spells sheer anarchy. Every newcomer, every friend who looks at AA for the first time is greatly puzzled. Sure they do, because you don't understand it yet. AA is an experience, not a lesson. It's an experience. I'm feeling a little frustrated. Okay. All right. I'm over it now. They see liberty verging on license, yet they recognize at once that AA has an irresistible strength of purpose and action. How, they ask, can such a crowd of anarchists function at all? How can they possibly place their common welfare first? What in heaven's name holds them together? And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's our primary purpose. And our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. What does that mean? It means they're going to do the work. See, I learned something when I was 20 taking my CAT class. And they said, never work harder than the client. Never work harder than your sponsee. Okay? If your sponsee is unwilling to move a day and it's not working, that's not on you. I have somebody doing that right now. I keep trying to warn them. I think I'm going to have to sit down and do a foot up the butt kind of thing. And that's going to I just know that's just going to make them mad. See, yeah. I was going to say something, I'm not sure what it was, but it felt judgmentally. So I decided, yeah. So what holds us all together? Why? Because in our group conscious, God makes the decision. And even then, sometimes we don't bring God into those decisions and we make the wrong decision as a group. I have done it before. I've done it. It's happened to me several times. Until I was aware of it, I would continue doing it. So now, you know what I do when I go to a group conscious? And I'll even say it. I say, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm going to play the other side so we can get to the right answer. Or somebody else want to do that. Nobody ever votes for it. I don't mind. Okay. If it means that we're going to get to something, I'm for it. Especially if it's a harder conversation. I enjoy hard conversations. Hey, if you talk to me about the weather, I don't give up. What? How about we just be quiet then? Excuse me. Those who look closely soon have the key to this strange paradox. The AA member has to conform to the principle of his recovery. His life actually depends on his obedience to spiritual principles. If he deviates too far, the penalty is sure and swift. He sickens and dies. Remember that when you got into the program, what AA did is it was a catalyst and it made your life better, quicker than anything else in this world would. And this is actual true change. This isn't the fake shit we put on Facebook saying, oh, this happened and God is good. No, you bought it. Okay. If God gives you, if you go out and buy a car that is not a gift from God, you bought a car. My last car was given to me. 2007 Mercedes-Benz. So what? Let me tell you something about it. When I got to fix something on it, it's very expensive. I actually wanted a different car for the winter time, not the summer. All right. And there it is. See, all these events and everything that are going on out there are all these different ways that we can protect ourselves because we want this sober thing and creating safe spaces. It does no good. It's not going to do any good. I know this. Anything you do to protect the alcohol from the triggers is doomed to fail. It'll fail. I've watched it. It fails every single time. What's the failure? Well, the alcoholic goes back out and they die. At first, he goes along because he must. Yeah, because you didn't have a choice. And the resistance in that, I resisted it, pissed me off. It's like this was the only way. Then I found out that it wasn't what I thought it was. God actually said, you know what? It's going to suck for a little bit. And then it's going to be great. So let's suffer through this a little bit. I want you to sacrifice a little bit, Dion. You know, sacrificing right now. I'd rather be in bed. Nobody's here. I'm still sacrificing. Somebody's going to watch this eventually. Oh, maybe. Maybe I could get a like out of it, a thumbs up. No? All right. Maybe, can I give myself my own thumbs up? If I go watch my video, I probably could, huh? All right. Neither he nor anybody else can survive unless he carries the AA message. The moment this 12-step work forms a group, another discovery is made that most individuals cannot recover unless there is a group. Realization, and I'm going to tell you something. It says right here that most individuals cannot recover unless there is a group. And you're going to say, oh, I'm not most individuals because I'm terminally fucking unique. No, that's just Bill trying to be nice. That's just Bill trying to be nice. It's not a challenge. It's not. You're just saying that so that you'll join us so it doesn't feel so crappy. Okay? So when we say that when you have a certain amount of time and you go out, it's a different hell, it's these things that will pop into your head. Oh, well, then I must be one of those individuals that can recover without a group. See? See how it's no good? It's no good. Realization dawns that he is but a small part of a great whole, that no personal sacrifice is too great for the preservation of the fellowship. He learns that the clamors of desires and ambitions within him must be silenced whenever these could damage the group. It becomes plain that the group must survive or the individual will not. So when we give out prizes and recognition and all these things to people in the community who have done something for recovery, we're putting these individuals aside. I'm going to tell you something. I don't want a fucking award. I don't. If somebody came to me and said, Dion, you've done so much for the community, we want to give you an award. I'm like, fuck no, it belongs to the community, to everyone. It belongs to God. Well, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about. You know, there was a group earlier. You know, I followed them because they were doing good, but then they put out this video. They made this homeless lady, and I could tell she did not want to do it. They made this homeless lady go online and be, oh, thankful. Oh, gee, thanks, and blah, blah, blah. Disgusting. Where's the humility in all that, man? So at the outset, how to best and live work together as groups became the prime question. In the world about us, we saw personalities destroying whole peoples. The struggle for wealth, power, and prestige was tearing humanity apart as never before. If strong people were stalemated in the search for peace and harmony, what was to become of our erratic band of alcoholics? As we had once struggled and prayed for individual recovery, just so earnestly did we commence to quest for the principles through which AA itself might survive. On anvils of experience, the structure of our society was hammered out. On anvils of experience. Why? Because experience is fact. Countless times in as many cities and hamlets, we reenacted the story of Eddie Rickenbacker and his courageous company when their plane crashed in the Pacific. Like us, they had suddenly found themselves safe from death, but still floating upon a perilous sea. How well they saw their common welfare came first. None might be selfish of water or bread. Each needed to consider the others. In abiding faith, they knew they must find their real strength. And this they did find in measure to transcend all defects of their failed craft, every test of uncertainty, pain, fear, and despair, and even the death of one. Thus, it has been with AA. By faith and by works, we have been able to build upon the lessons of an incredible experience. They live today in the 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous, which, God willing, shall sustain us in unity for so long as He may need us. So how do we get out of our terminal uniqueness? Well, listen. Take what you can and leave the rest. See where you fit. Go to page 21 in the big book. Read it. If you're talking about yourself, you may be in the right place, man. All right, that's what I got. How do I end this? It's down there. All right. Thanks for being here. So people popped in and out, but I don't even know my sound was working. So, all right. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day.